And after isolating, spring and summer restrictions were lifted to bring a little bit of hope and joy back into those facilities. But now the question is, should they be shut up tight once more? As 44 News reporter Valerie Lyons explains, it's a concern for many tri-state families.
As coronavirus numbers continue to rise across the tri-state, some communities are facing new threats. For months, Posey County made it through the pandemic without a single case at a long-term care facility. But on September 29th,
we did have our first case with a fairly significant outbreak in Mount Vernon.
At that time, the Posey County Health Department confirmed 10 residents and 5 staff at Mount Vernon Nursing and Rehabilitation Center had COVID-19.
We believe, unfortunately, with the case in Mount Vernon, it was an employee who unknowingly came down with it and therefore brought it to the facility. By the time they had symptoms, got tested, there had already been an exposure there.
And since the outbreak was first reported last week, there are now 20 residents and 7 staff members who have tested positive for the virus. One former employee at the facility says she was shocked when she heard the numbers.
That's sad. That's people coming in and giving it, or the workers bringing it into it, because the patients do not get out.
At 75, she knows all too well the risk is high for the elderly and believes the recent lift on visitation restrictions should be scaled back.
Just have to stay away from the elderly. When my daughter was exposed to it, she wouldn't even come home to me. She goes, "Mama, I'm not going to take that chance in giving it to you."
While the health department does not believe the spike is tied to the county's current outside visitation policy, as temperatures drop and cases rise, those facilities might have to close their doors once again.
When it gets colder and we get into winter, that's not going to be really feasible to ask our residents to go outside for visitation. If the increase continues, then we'll have to consider how we would allow visitations inside, if they are in fact continue to be allowed.
In Mount Vernon, Valerie Lyons, 44 News.
Thank you, Valerie.